My name is Sofie McComb, and my senior thesis examined how historic human land use disturbance left a lasting impact on the modern Massachusetts forest composition, which is increasingly important in an era where urbanization is causing similar deforestation patterns as the past.
During European colonization, approximately 70% of the land was cleared for agriculture. The peak of this agricultural clearing in Massachusetts occurred in the year 1830, when many farmlands were abandoned due to a shift in the economy. This abandonment led to the gradual natural reforestation and succession of the forest to the modern landscape of Massachusetts seen today, which is approximately 63% forested. My study evaluated the long-term legacy of agricultural clearing by focusing on the present-day difference in forest composition between areas that were forested in 1830 and areas that were cleared. My study used a digitized version of original 1830 Massachusetts maps depicting land cover and cultural features in the year 1830. I used these maps in conjunction with modern USDA forest inventory plot coordinates to extract 1830 land cover values from the 1830 map. I then subsetted these values into land use legacy categories, specifically looking at the present-day difference in forest composition between areas that were forested in 1830, shown by green on the map, and areas that were cleared in 1830, which are white on the map. The difference in forest composition between land use categories was measured by examining species basal area, or the average amount of area covered by one species' tree stems, as well as the species functional traits listed, which were chosen as characteristic and common measurements of species distribution. Additionally, I compared the 1830 land use maps to historic as well as modern data sets to attempt to account for and describe uncertainties and transitions in land cover. The species basal area results were, in a broad sense, the most revealing. This Cleveland dot plot displays the basal area per species at the statewide level for the most prominent species. The black dots represent the average for the modern inventory plots that were on 1830 cleared areas, while the green dots represent the average for modern plots that were on 1830 forested areas. At the state scale, there were few differences in composition between sites that were cleared versus forested in 1830. There's overall species homogeneity, with 4 species dominating the landscape and the top 2 species accounting for half of the basal area in both historically forested and cleared areas. Statistical analysis revealed that there was slight significant difference between communities, but that the extremely low agreement statistic implied a lack of ecological significance. Overall, there's a lack of significant differences between forest and cleared areas in terms of land use legacy. However, there's been major waves of logging and forest disturbance in the 180 years since 1830, illustrated by the map of forest growth patterns created from agricultural census data. Land use greatly restructured the entire landscape as a whole, moving to a more homogeneous forest that is dominated by rapidly growing, seed-abundant, climatically tolerant, and mid-successional generalist species.
In summary, my analysis suggests that the natural and anthropogenic processes that have been impacting the Massachusetts landscape since 1830 have largely erased the colonial land use legacy on modern forest composition and points to the overall resilience of the Massachusetts landscape and its species. Thank you for listening.